Seismic lightning and earth rumbles. Superficial and destructive quake activity continues in Turkey, with the sea receding sharply from shores and the elite leisurely preparing for the apocalypse. On the night of February 21st, 2023, a new earthquake hit a magnitude of up to 6.5 magnitude occurring on the border between Turkey and Syria, with the phenomenon of seismic lightning being accompanied by powerful earth rumbles. The duration of the earthquake did not exceed 8 seconds in Latakia, which is right on the, it's a ski resort on the Mediterranean Sea, and therefore there was no significant damage, although it was stronger than the first earthquake. Lightning that appears during earthquakes or shortly before is not a random event, and this directly related to the shaking according to recent scientific research. There are the so-called earthquake lights that show the parts of the earth moving away from each other. As Rutgers University researchers report, these lightnings come from the accumulation of electric charge on the ground and around the faults. It was a depth of 16 kilometers. The depth of the latest earthquakes, according to USGS, is 16 kilometers, which is actually spine-chilling. As all volcanologists know, most often earthquakes occur, as it were, at a depth of 10 kilometers. The only exception are deep focus earthquakes, where the system is slightly different. Therefore, now if the USGS writes about 16 kilometers, this indicates that they determine the localization of the epicenter almost with a slide rule by hand, with local scientists being worried about something, and they monitor Turkey like Yellowstone. However, much more frightening messages are now coming from social media and social networks of Lebanon, Israel, as well as Tunisia. As local residents write, last Saturday, February 19, the sea line crept away from the coast and now has moved away by 20 meters in areas with a high coast and went all 200 meters in shallow water areas. Local fishermen were the first to sound the alarm, starting to share pictures of the coast on social media. Shoreline shifting is a traditional sign of the approach of a major earthquake. Sometimes the water is carried away from the shore by the wind, sometimes distant deformations of the bottom occur and stress relief does not occur. But now, after the sea has left and 6.5 magnitude has happened, one cannot even talk about winds and tides. However, the magnitude 6.5 is too small of a seismic event for such a powerful movement of the sea edge. Most likely the magnitude 6.5 is only a foreshock, and soon there will be an earthquake of much greater strength, so the question arises, where will this take place? After the earthquake on February 6th, a dense swarm began with signs of migration to the south, and now the epicenter is also much further south than it was in February 6th. Therefore, if something big happens, it could be somewhere between in the area of the Damascus Fault. In theory, the sea would have receded everywhere, and the entire region is now under the threat of an earthquake or even a tsunami. More dramatic sequel coming. Dutch researcher Frank Hugerbeets, who predicted the earthquake in Antioch, warned on February 19 that more intense clustering seismic activity may occur from around February 20th to 22nd, with a possible peak around 22nd. And it continues like this, then if it continues like this, then we may see the eschatological sequence of events from the movie 2012, when the entire city falls into the faults and pieces of Earth's crust crawl out of the mantle like rearing ice flows. So conspiracy theorists think about it the same, although they have their own sources of information. The general map of the area. This is Latakia, where they said that they saw the sea receding. Okay, and this is the 6.3, some people say 6.5. And the area is, of course, south of the area where we had the big earthquake here. These are this past week. But all this area here basically is seismic around the area of the Euphrates and Tigris rivers, Euphrates River and Tigris River. And it seems to be creeping down this way. But this is where they saw the earthquake lights and the sea receding. And Latakia is a famous sea resort right there. So this is southern Turkey, this is Syria, this is Lebanon, and we remember that this is the Transjordanian Fault right there, the East Anatolia Fault right there, running through the Red Sea, the Dead Sea, Sea of Galilee. We know Sea of Galilee is a volcanic crater lake, and all these areas there around Sea of Galilee have hot spring baths since antiquity, which has because of the magma underneath. And of course we have all this here, magma underneath, volcanic arc of Greece, and the sea receding. It could be because this is also inflating here. But that's, this is a seismic, okay, this is the past week, as we said. Okay, so this is the situation in Turkey. They're waiting for a bigger earthquake. It could be at this 6.3, 6.5 could be, as what they say, a foreshock, God forbid. So I'll leave links below for you for this. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is from Solask. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box